Well, hello everybody, and welcome to THS Prism. This is our official talk show for the school, and we are celebrating 25 years of heritage. And I thought that we would begin with our very own principal, ma'am Sapru. So, thank you, ma'am, for being here and being our first guest. Okay, so I want to start, ma'am, by asking you, what is the one thing that you have always wanted to tell our students, but you've never had a chance to? This is your chance to tell.
Just be yourselves, that's it. Don't pretend to be very nice in my presence. And I find a whole lot of children being at their best behavior in my presence. And then immediately, the moment they turn their back, they're back to their own selves. They're slanging everybody that they're doing, using a language which they shouldn't be using. So that happens all the time. But anyway, if it's on a serious note, well, I think I get a lot of opportunity to tell you this. And my favorite quote is, do the right thing when no one's watching.
Ma'am, in your teen years, what was your biggest dream? Like, what did you want to become?
My teen years, I just wanted to be a very independent woman because that's what my mother had taught me. And there wasn't any dream as such that I had to become a doctor or a teacher. Well, yes, I did sit for the MBBS examination. It used to be called CPMT at that time. And I worked hard for it. And I did okay. I got into dental, not in the.
That's not okay. That is very good.
No, you see, at that time it wasn't good. At that time, if you got into dental, people said, "Oh, why do you want to do medicine at all?" So it was, and I have a lot of respect for dentistry. However, times were different, and so I accepted to, work on myself, and I did a lot of work hard, and then did my undergrad and postgrad, and then I was ready to become a teacher, which my parents supported, and so I am a teacher today.
Okay, ma'am. So let's go back to you being a teen, and imagine you're in heritage school. What are the extracurricular activities and the clubs that you would be a part of?
PR club, definitely.
Yes.
This sounds so interesting. I would love to go and interview everyone on campus. That's one thing. However, yes, I would love to go back to my basketball and play basketball because that's what I was very good at. And I would do theatre in mine and maybe Kathak dance. These were my favorite things that I would do.
But, ma'am, you're also very interested in debate.
Yes, I am. So debating, I would, but see, with time you tend to, this corrosion happening with you all the time, and then you don't really know how you forget how to debate after some time. So it's a monologue for teachers most of the time.
Right.
So there's no dialogue happening. So I've become rusted now as far as debating is concerned. I used to be very fond of debating. If yes, one of the debaters comes and gives us training, I wouldn't mind getting trained and then again go for debating.
Just because you said PR club, you mentioned it as the first club that you will join.
Yes.
So the president actually wants to know, what is the ideal holiday for you?
Me, my family, my husband, my children, my grandchildren, and our dogs.
Of course.
And then we go out on a long drive somewhere. That's my dream holiday.
Just long drives and
Long drives with my family, along with my dogs.
so
My
it's
dog
it's
is
the
not
quality
able to do
time over the place and
yes.
the location.
Yes.
Nice.
That's what I would like.
And so, ma'am, 25 years, right? Heritage. There's so much that we can do. What do you see for the school in the future? What do you want the school?
I just want the best of the things that anyone can think of and the best version of yourselves that you can make. And I'm not talking in terms of any competition. I'm talking about the potential that you have. And I think our children in particular, see, you have all the resources. God has, been very kind to all of us. So there's what potential, what opportunities. You've got everything you can ask for. And so my dream would be the day I know that all my children are putting in the effort. They should have that fire in the belly to be able to perform something. Whether they perform or not is not my concern. Whether they reach on the top is not my aim in life. But to work continuously, consistently to reach there is very important. Each child, each teacher, everyone in the school should be working very hard and should be trying to make classroom transaction interactive and very wonderful and interesting.
So, ma'am, is there something that today in our education system that exists, or even in our school that exists, that you wish was different, or you wish you could change?
Hmm. What I would like to change is the system wherein there is too much of syllabus, too little time, and constraints of completing the syllabus. And people say covering the syllabus, and I would like to say go uncover the syllabus actually. Uncover it, because you need to know. If you cover it, in any case, people are not going to know what you're doing. So I think taking maybe project wise, working on something,
Those things.
and working on projects and themes, and having a multidisciplinary approach to teaching, where maybe geography, physics, chemistry and environmental science could be taught together. And I know that we are unnecessarily wasting time, because 5 teachers go to that same class and teach that same thing. You might as well collaborate and then teach them. And I also want that I don't know, teachers would say that this woman gives us new assignments every day. But seriously, children, what is most important is interaction and questioning. So you keep asking questions, and we keep trying to find answers, and then we ask questions, you find answers.
Okay, ma'am, finally, I want to end this interview by asking you, you've been an amazing principal. Uh, uh, you're so composed, so calm. But is there one moment, or has there ever been one moment in all these years which was really embarrassing for you?
Don't even ask me. It was very, very embarrassing. You see, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Chakravarti. What's his name? The gentleman who plays, I think, what is that gentleman's name?
Sabyasachi.
Sabyasachi Chakravarti. So that gentleman, Sabyasachi Chakravarti, he had come to school, and all of us have been his fans. I mean, he's such a great actor. So we, I came out with him walking very smartly. There were 2 mascots, generally, there are 2 mascots following them. So one of the mascots decided to walk so smartly that he stepped on my sari. And he stepped on my sari, and would you believe, I fell flat on my face like that in front of Sabyasachi Chakravarti, who I was trying to impress all the time. So I fell flat like that, and the poor guy, 1 second, the 2 of us were talking to each other, and then suddenly the next second, he didn't know who he was talking to. So this is like Tom and Jerry kind of a show. And I got up feeling very, very embarrassed, and fixing my sari. And that poor child who was standing behind me kept saying, sorry ma'am, I stepped on your sari, ma'am, I'm sorry. But then the act had been done. So, and then after that I behaved as if I did get hurt, but I behaved as if nothing had happened. I said, no, I'm very strong, it's okay, it's perfectly fine, let's walk. And then at home I had to go and get my massage done and all that. But in school I behaved as if nothing had happened. So this was quite embarrassing, and there are more embarrassing incidents that I cannot share.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being our first guest
Did I
on the talk
disappoint
show.
you?
Not at all. You were amazing.
Yeah.
The perfect first guest that we can have.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you everyone for watching, and we'll come back
Thank you.
very soon.